This is Lou Milano here. I'm going to have to narrate the timeline of Pizzagate 2021 and just take everybody through this. We're about to play a clip where Pizzagate started. We spoke to Joe Cavo on Thursday, February 11th, and I asked him a direct question about pizza. Again, this is where it all started with Joe Cavo from February 11th. This is a two-part question. Would you agree that Connecticut is the pizza capital of the world, and we want to make that our state food, by the way, also? And what is the best pizza in Danbury?
Okay, so, I think Danbury and Connecticut have great food establishments everywhere. When it comes to pizza, there are an awful lot of pizza places around, and although I don't generally eat pizza because of a certain health condition that we talked about a couple of weeks ago.
The diabetes, yes.
And diabetes, yeah. Pizza is not one of the best foods for that, so I do my best to avoid it. I don't know how I would be able to say who's the best pizza in Danbury. I probably have to go to some of my staff here because I think some of them are pizza eaters.
Oh, I don't like that answer, not one bit. I'm going to tell you right now.
The man's got a health situation. You don't like that answer.
That's an out. He has eaten pizza. All right, let me just say a couple of things. You are right. There are tons of great pizza in Danbury. We are spoiled. I think, here's what I want to say. Sinappi's is way up there on the top of the list, right? And then, of course, Stanziato's. Very, very good. Yes. Also up near the top of the list. I'm going to tell you who's flying under the radar.
Who's flying under the radar?
Get enough love. And I think they've made it through the COVID so far. Is Nico's on Main Street?
Yeah.
You ever been to Nico's?
No, I've never been to Nico's.
Nico's has the best white slice in the area. Okay. And I'm a big fan of the white slice. Right. Little spinach.
Here's the deal. While you regale the mayor of Danbury with your favorite pizza places.
Well, I didn't know I was going to have to educate him over here.
You know what?
We need to wrap it.
Right.
I have a decision. I can tell you.
Here we go.
All right.
There's a pizza place right across the street from my house. And so because he's my neighbor, I'm going to have to say he's the best pizza.
Okay.
Fair enough.
You think he sneaks in?
What's the name? Or is your neighbor just making pizzas and walking around the neighborhood handing them out? What's the name of the place?
It's Martino's.
Martino's. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I used to go to Martino's all the time. They used to do a nice deal on Tuesday nights. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
You want to talk about pizza in Pennsylvania right now?
Everybody loves this. We can talk about pizza all day.
All right.
So that was the mayor's answer. I found it unacceptable, irresponsible, and I even went as far as to say it damages small business. Ethan, would you agree with that?
No.
No. Okay. So, but I want to be careful here and want everyone to understand that I am not diminishing the mayor's medical situation. In fact, the fact that it came up damages my argument, and this will muddy the waters as we go forward. The next thing I'm going to play you is the statement. Really, when I started to notice that this was an issue. This morning on the show, we analyzed the Pizzagate 2021 from Danbury, Connecticut. I understand. I know what you're going to say, right? He had some political footwork he had to do here. Wouldn't you say?
Definitely. Most definitely.
But I did as well, because we have business relationships. We have friends who have pizza places. So I can't just out and out answer. But what I did...
You did answer.
No, I gave 3 places that I feel very strongly about.
Okay.
And there are more. He could have done something like that, but he didn't. And I didn't like that answer at all.
I don't think he cared. He didn't like it.
Well, I wonder if he's going to care today, because I wrote an entire article about how I wasn't happy with that answer. I hope he doesn't get sensitive about it, because here's what's going to come up. Because he mentioned his diabetes, I'm going to be made to look like I'm minimizing a medical condition that our mayor has. Your thoughts?
Well, first of all, you are minimizing a condition.
No.
Yeah. Just saying I didn't like that answer. You know why he said it. Plus, the number 2 reason he can't mention it, what he thinks to be the best pizza joint in Danbury, because he can't single out one pizza place.
But I didn't. I mentioned 3.
No, I understand that. But as the mayor, he can't say that this is the best pizza place in Danbury.
No, but
because now he's going to get people pissed off at him.
No, he should have done what I did. Name 3 places.
Name 3?
Or name 4. Or name 5.
But still, you're putting those places above other places, and other pizza places are going to get a little testy. He needs to get along with everybody. He's the mayor of Danbury.
No, that answer was very slippery. Okay. And it's not like him to go political. We haven't known him that long, but I can tell you that he's service over all. You know, he is there to serve the public. That's what he believes in most. I know this.
Why are you being mean to the mayor?
Joe Cobb. I am not being.
You're being mean.
We got to get Taylor on the phone because I need special permission to just rip into him today, and I don't know enough about him.
Why do you need to rip
feel
into the mayor?
comfortable. I got to rip him. I got to rip him.
Do you want him on the show on a weekly basis?
Yes.
He's going to eventually say, "I don't like that. Louis mentally ill."
No, we. Ethan referring to a piece of hate mail that we got earlier. We're going to have to bring that back. Part of our bringing it back letter series.
Bring it back.
I got to call Taylor right now and figure out. I got to need special city hall permission to rip the mayor over this pizza issue. It's right around this time that we started getting mail on Pizzagate, and people wanted to defend the mayor. Carolyn from Danbury checks in. No, Lou, don't take on the mayor. He's a great guy, but if you insist on it, I suppose the pizza issue is as good as any to make your stand. Thankfully, we have plenty of pizza purveyors here. Okay, Carolyn's got a great point. We know Joe is a great guy.
Yeah.
I'm not attacking Joe. In fact, I'm going to say that this is outside his character. Unacceptable, irresponsible. Although he did say Martino's, but that was just because of a proximity issue. I don't accept that answer.
All right. I don't understand why you're making such a big fuss.
Not a lot going on in the news, that's why. Next up, we were able to get reaction from the former mayor of Danbury, Connecticut, Mark Boughton, on the non-comments from current mayor Joe Cavo. And while there's some political footwork to do there, he refused to answer the question. I find this to be unacceptable. I find it to be irresponsible on his part and, frankly, hurting small business. Your thoughts?
I think they're all good. Obviously... we all have our favorites. I've been very open and honest. Nico's for me, Michelangelo's, and
you're stealing my answers.
Are three places that I like, but they're all good. It's just we want you to spend your money locally and try to keep it away from the national chain.
Whoa! Let me just break in here. If you were still mayor and we asked you that question, your favorite pizza joint in Danbury, would you be able to answer that?
No, I would say, hey, Wilma, yabba dabba doo.
A little pivoting away. No, he would have answered.
I would yabba dabba do it.
No, you're a liar, and this is where I take issue because you would have done exactly what I did and what you just did, which is name three places to get yourself out of it, and then you would say something to the effect of, "Oh, but we have so many."
The man has diabetes; he can't eat pizza.
This is where I'm going to get in trouble, and it's not fair to me because his illness was mentioned. Now I am the person who is diminishing a real illness when that is not the case, and that's going to muddle the whole conversation.
Yeah, that's not good. It's like when Michael picks on Stanley. Same thing.
Here we go.
Or like when you say a your mom joke, and then the guy is like, my mom's dead. That's kind of how I feel right now.
Yes. I used to tell people my dad was a great runner, and they would go, really? They would come up to me and go, I heard your dad was a really good runner. And I'd be like, my dad has no legs.
You see, this guy knows what I'm talking about.
This conversation is giving
that was
me
the kid stuff
migraine.
that was the kid stuff that we used to do.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Insensitive, rude.
Terrible.
Wrong on every level.
Throughout the morning, we were pressing City Hall to release an official statement. That happened around 8:30 in the morning. We presented it at 9:15 on February 12th. Well, we demanded an answer from City Hall. And the Director of Public Relations, Taylor O'Brien, has released that statement. And it is as follows.
Okay.
Danbury Mayor, longtime resident, and small business supporter, Mayor Joe, enjoys frequenting local businesses in Danbury. Since stepping into his role, Mayor Joe has made it his mission to support local by ordering lunch for and with his staff from different locations each day. And he and his wife have been ordering takeout weekly at home for the same purpose since the start of this pandemic. Mayor Joe supports anyone working hard to support their staff and provide food services in Danbury, whether it's a restaurant, cafe, deli, or pizzeria. Mayor Joe supports them all. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are she didn't answer the question. And there's some sidestepping going on. And, we didn't even need to hear that. I mean, I appreciate that in the words by Taylor O'Brien, but we're still. I understand that I think it's obvious that when you're the mayor of a city, you have to support all the business and whatnot. Your question was, what is your favorite pizza place?
Right.
and you couldn't get an answer. And the reason is because he doesn't have pizza.
Right. Well, I know it took 3 hours to get you on board here, but I'm just delighted that you're on board with Pizzagate.
I'm not on board all the way. Are you this relentless at home?
Yeah.
I am surprised Eric hasn't kicked you in the junk.
I'm called a go-getter where I'm from. They call you a go-get-it.
Okay.
You say, who's going to go get it? And they say, get the go-getter.
Right. I'm going to go get it 24/7.